Well, it's time for one of my regular maintenance chores. I usually have to do this once or twice a year, maybe. I have this Harry's razor, which when I got it, had a couple of softly contoured rings around the end here, but it was very slippery, and if my hand is wet, it had a tendency to slide out too easily. So I first took a little triangular file and I cut grooves around the handle at various intervals, and then I took these number 6 and number 7 O-rings. 7 is the larger one, from the plumbing department at a home improvement store, and would pop them into the grooves, which would give me nice little raised rubber grips, which helped a great deal. The grooves themselves help, but the rubber helps even more. The problem is that the O-rings degrade after time, and after, I don't know, 6 months of use or something, they start cracking and falling off. So I periodically have to take them all off and replace them. And because they fit very tightly, trying to roll them up here, the small ones, to get them on the end is really difficult. They tend to sit in a groove, and then you have to work really hard to get it out, and then pop, it goes into the next groove, and it takes a long time. So I made this little tool here to help with that, which simply goes on here and helps the O-rings slide in. So I'll show how that works. I start with the ones that go on the very end, 2 of the small ones, and get those fed on. Then the large ones, which go in the middle of the handle where it's wider. And finally, a bunch of little ones that go on the neck there. This tool is just a bunch of zip ties that I duct taped the big ends of to a little piece of PVC pipe. I started out with 6 of them, but that was too many, and so I cut off 3 of them, leaving just 3. Alright, now the tricky part. Gotta get this down here. And start working. One of the little ones on. It is tricky. Oops, especially since I've got one of those crossing improperly. One part way down. Got those on there to hold it in place. I can try to work those zip ties down a little farther. Still isn't exactly easy, but it's a lot easier with the tool than without it. Now I've gotten to the point where the tool is covering the groove that I'm going to need to put something in. So I'm just going to get these kind of seated where they should be and work a couple more down to hold everything in place. That one's kind of moved around to the side. Alright, and now I can start pulling the tool back as I work down. A few more here. Let's see. And voila. I now have a nice, very grippy, difficult to drop Harry's razor.